Hello, today on Learning Programming with JavaScript number 25, we're going to be doing drawing with the canvas element. So straight away, I'm going to show you how to create a canvas and just draw a simple rectangle. So the canvas in JavaScript lets you do 2D drawing, and it also has the options for 3D drawing, but for now we're just going to introduce you to basic 2D graphics. So here we're going to create a canvas and add it to our document.body, just like how we've added other elements in the past episodes. So this won't actually do anything because our canvas will be blank. So what we need to do is we need to draw a rectangle, but first of all we actually need a size for our canvas. So we're going to set the width to 640 and the height to 480. Now that we've done that, we can actually get our 2D drawing context. So there we go. Now with drawing, we have access to this canvas element. So this page is linked below. This is the documentation for all of the functions and attributes for the canvas 2D rendering context. It's not a lot, but it's insanely powerful. You can do basic drawing to insanely complex renderings with this. So to begin, like I said, I'm just going to show you how to draw a rectangle. So first of all, we actually need a color for our rectangle, and this is represented in hex. So there, you can find a bunch of hex color editors online, or if you already have Paint or some image editor, I guarantee you it has a hex color option here. So you can set the color to what you want. I'm going to do full green, which is 0FF00. You can create whatever color you want for this. Then we're going to do drawing.fill style and set that to our hex color. This signifies that it's a hex value. And now we can draw a rectangle. So we have fill style. We're going to do fill rectangle. So this is a really good thing to learn how to do as a programmer, is how to read the documentation and find these functions yourself. This way you can go and find out new things on your own. The fill rect, you can see here, the first two arguments are the x and y coordinate of the rectangle's start point, and the width and height is the size of the rectangle. We're just going to begin, just draw ours at 0, 0. And we're going to set it to the full width of the canvas, 640 by 480. So now, if you go and you run this file, you can see here, it has now drawn a big green rectangle. Congratulations. Now, I want to do a little bit more with this though. So the main thing this canvas is actually used for is games and real-time animations and drawing. So I'm going to show you how to turn this into a little easy animation. So what we need to do is put this into a function called draw. This way we can repeat this and render it in frames. We need to take our drawing value variable and make it public so we can access it from draw. And we're going to take our draw rectangle code here, put it inside draw, and at the end of draw we're going to call this function called request animation frame. And this is the main function used for real-time animations and drawing in JavaScript. This will repeat your function at whatever the user's monitor is set to. So for mine it's 60 frames per second. Some people will get 120 or 144 hertz, 144 frames per second. So this is really nice if you want to do nice full fluid animations. So to make this move, we need to access the time because we want the X attribute. We're going to have it move across the screen based on the time. Did this in a previous tutorial. We can get the time in the UTC time in milliseconds with date.now, divide by 1,000 to turn the milliseconds into seconds. So this will give us time in seconds. Now if we feed in time to X, that'll just go 0 to 1. Now what we want time to do is it to loop and repeat over halfway, or when it goes across the screen. So we're going to have that go 0 to 1. So we're going to do time mod 1. So if you don't know how mod works, we can just look in the console here really quickly. It basically makes a value repeat when you go over a threshold. For example, if you do 3 mod 4, it'll just give you 3 because it's smaller than 4. But if you do 5 mod 4, it'll give you 1 because 5 is 1 over 4. For example, though, if you do 9 mod 4, it'll still give you 1 because that's the leftover after you subtract. Imagine you take 4 from 9, it gives you 5, then you take 4 again. It basically gives you the value that's left after you've subtracted all the 4s you can from a value. So this, though, is how we repeat after 1. And since our canvas, though, goes to 640, we need to multiply this by 640 afterwards. Okay, and then the one final thing to make this an animation that works is you need to have clear rect here. This will delete the last frame of the rectangle so it shows the new frame. Otherwise, this will just basically have a smudge of green that you can't even see moving. And then we call our draw function, which begins the loop of running draw and request animation frame. Now you can see the green block moves back, but you can see it actually jumps right back to the beginning and fills up with green, which isn't exactly correct. So to fix this, you actually need to go back by 640 so it starts off screen again. Now you can see it stops too early and goes back. So we actually have to have it go modulo to 2 and have it go the full 2, and you can see now it goes all the way. If you think about the math, it works out because it actually has to travel a full length of 2 to get off screen again and then get teleported back. So there we go. This is by far, I think, our most complex tutorial yet, but I hope you like it because this opens the door to so many new things like games, real-time animations, and much more. Thank you for watching.